Hello, educators. You are welcome to evening session of Day 3 Digital Pedagogy Training. It is very, very joyful that we are making good progress into our course. A great appreciation to you all for the patience, hard work, and probably these great strides you're making to get better as far as digital teaching, our virtual teaching is concerned. Our theme today has been creating engaging content. Before we get through this discussion, I would want to invite Samuel, Teacher Samuel, to do an opening prayer. Teacher Samuel, kindly tap on the unmute request I've sent on your screen. Hello, Sam.
Yes,
All right. May you offer us an opening prayer, comrade.
thank you. Let us pray in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Lord God, we want to thank you for this opportunity once again. We call upon you to come and bless all of us. May you give our our facilitators the wisdom. May you also bless for us the participants so that what we're going to learn will support us in the teaching and learning of our learners. Lord, we call upon you to come and guide us from the beginning up to the end. I pray all this believing in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen. We want to appreciate Comrade Samuel for leading us through that opening prayer that officially now kickstarts our evening session. Well, in the morning, we were privileged to receive lots of guidance through Madame Katsimi and Comrade Andrew in line with creating engaging content. An assignment was posted together with additional resources. I want to hope that colleagues, you've had time to go through the assignments. May I see by show of hands those who have embarked on it or have finished? Kindly tap the reaction button to put up your hand if you've started on the assignment or you are done, either of the states. Wow, aha, Kakulu, well done. Aha, Yasin, well done. I only have two hands. How about the rest of the colleagues? Okay, Francis, well done. Please, upon completing, don't forget to turn in your assignment. I would at the end we'll receive a report from Comrade Rogers in line about how many people have turned in the assignment. All right, Comrade Francis, thank you for the feedback. The rest of the colleagues, please designate some time to complete the assignment, review the resources shared so that you can really make good learning experiences. Well, very privileged as usual. We have Madame Janet from UNICEF, Mr. Rogers, and our facilitator, Mr. Andrew Kede, together with Madame Katsimi and Comrade Peace, are already with us. So, without wasting any time, maybe like we've always done, please let us share our responses through the chat. If there is a question, feel free to put it through the chat. Anyway, if it is very contentious, it's very burning, and we cannot skip it, that's when you put up your hand, and immediately I will ask my facilitator to respond to the question. So without wasting any time, I want you to join me and we receive Mr. Andrew Keddy to give us a brief recap of what transpired here in the morning, and then connect briefly to the discussion this evening. Comrade Andrew, if you can hear me, on behalf of the participants, I welcome you. Please unmute and take over. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm glad that we are back again here this afternoon for the session to have a recap of the session that we had in the morning. I am going to share my screen, and then we want to start looking at what we did in the morning. this was the assignment. I want to start by sharing my screen here. I hope you can be able to see my screen. Just a brief recap of what we did in the morning. We wanted to make sure that we are able to create engaging content, especially in the classroom. This kind of content is geared towards teachers who want to create digital content for teaching and learning in the classroom. What we only looked at in the morning was a brief about what we really require. How do you then record content? How do you record a video that you can use in the classroom? And then also we looked at the benefits, some few benefits. If I am to share the screen here, some of the benefits, why you need to have content that matters in the teaching, in teaching. It improves that attention and retention. Usually when learners are watching a video, they'll have more to remember than those ones who are maybe given a narrative about maybe an event that happened in form of a history. And then there are several benefits in the event that you are creating digital tools that it's easy to access expert teachers. For example, you can record a video and someone who is not in your school can be able to watch it, maybe somewhere else, may not necessarily be able to access you. So we're saying that if you created content and made it publicly available or maybe made it online, it can be accessed by learners that may not have the privilege to see you physically as an expert teacher. And it's also very flexible. And then we had an activity here that if you are to record, there are several challenges that we are having in the classroom when we are recording. The inability to have the gadgets, and then some of these gadgets are expensive. Our schools may not really have to have cameras in the classroom, but what we only have to rely on is what is within our means. What is in our means are the phones. And we looked at that. If you are recording a video that is going to be on a wide screen, that is going to be appearing on your laptop, you have to record it like the way this hand is on the left. Now, if you want to record for mobile, like for these people who are recording for TikTok, the video has to be 6:9. Later on, we are going to look at how we can make a choice on some of how a camera can be positioned and where a camera cannot be positioned. We also looked at that there are several disadvantages if you are to hold your phone in a way that may be a bit shaky. You can have a stand like this. Some of these stands are not very expensive, or have something that you're going to attach your phone on so that the video is not really very shaky. And there are several advantages on that. And also we looked at that if you're recording a video, make sure that you have a good lighting, the place is not very noisy. If the place is very quiet, you're going to have an experience that also your learners will like. And then we had this activity. This activity is one of the things that we did in the morning, which was a brief. We're also going to have a recap on that, which was to record a video, a 1-minute video explaining the benefits of digital pedagogy. Now, this is a video that you can record with your phone. And then afterwards, we also recorded a video when we're teaching in the classroom. Now, we only used what we usually use in the classroom or what is usually on your PC. You do not have to install another software. And this software that we used was PowerPoint. You can record your screen using PowerPoint, which is very easy. And we're going to go through all these demonstrations. So what I'm going to do is to demonstrate for you how we can be able to combine these two clips that you have recorded yourself introducing the benefits of digital pedagogy, and then afterwards you recorded a slide when you were teaching in the classroom, but this time you recorded only the screen, not yourself physically. So we're going to go to CapCut. One of the things that we had to do is to install CapCut. In the earlier morning session, we asked attendees to install CapCut. So if you installed CapCut, then you only have to come here and then start CapCut. If you started CapCut on your PC, the screen is just going to be, this is the welcome screen for CapCut. So we come here and then create a project, a new project. If you just installed, it will just still be like this. If you already installed and have been using, when you just start CapCut, it's just going to ask you to create a project. If you already have a project, you can choose the projects from here and then begin working on those projects, or maybe you had started working on them and you hadn't completed. So for our case, we are going to come here to create a project. When we create a project like this, we have, let me first remove the controls here. We have something that also looked like this. So here, down here is our timeline where we're going to make the editing and then the cutting and all those things. And then here is where our video is going to appear from. And then I'll come here and first of all, import the video that I have recorded. I'll click here and my video was on the desktop and I'll locate it, which is, I think it was this one. So when I import my video like this, it just comes like here. It doesn't necessarily have to come to on the place where I'm going to edit it from, but I click on the video and then I drag it just down here. So when I drag my video, I can be able to play my video. I think it has not just completed. So I can be able to play my video from here. I'll wait for it to complete. And so if I try to, I want to drag it, sorry. I want to drag it, for example, here. And then from here, I can see that I already have a video on my timeline, but also it is appearing. I can be able to see where that video is. Now, the other thing that we had to do is I have this clip of me introducing what I am doing or what I am going to speak about or teach. And then I have to go into my PC and record my screen. And then I should be in position to put back together all these clips in one clip. And then I produce one single video. So bear with me. I want to still go back to PowerPoint and then record the screen using PowerPoint and then bring it back here in CapCut, and then I make a complete video. This should not take us also a lot of time, so I'll open PowerPoint. This is my presentation that I am having, and if I want to record PowerPoint, there is a technique that I was sharing in the morning, and then I said, when PowerPoint has got the capability to help you record your screen when you are presenting, and that capability can be found under Insert. And then at the top right-hand corner, you'll find something like media. So depending on the version of PowerPoint, but I think PowerPoint 2013 and onwards, version 2013 and onwards should be able to help you, give you this capability to be able to record the screen. So when I come here, I'll click on this area. So there is video, there is audio, and then there is screen recording. So when I click on screen recording, it just does that. So that means that is not going to be the option that I am looking for. Now I'm going to show you a technique to avoid this. So what PowerPoint does is, since I have opened it, I want to record my screen. So that presentation goes away. Now, for me, I want to use that presentation and still record using PowerPoint. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to close this. So if you're trying to record and then it does this, so this is how you're going to navigate this issue. I'll still come back to PowerPoint. And instead of using this same place, because now I want to use this one I want to use this slide to make my presentation. But when I click on record screen, it goes away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on File and open a blank presentation. When I open a blank presentation, and then I still go back to Insert, and then click on Media and Screen Recording. Now I can be able to have my screen for the presentation and without it going away. Now what I'm going to do is there is this element where I can have to select the area where I want to present. I can decide to say, I'm going to select the whole area. Maybe I can just say like this. So that means this is the area where I am going to make my presentation from. And then if that's not the case, for example, if I want to only make a selection from here, I'll still go back to selection and only make the selection of my presentation from there. So for this case, let us use the whole screen. Maybe let's just select like this, and I can click on Start Recording. Now, when I start recording, it might count 1, 2, 3, and then I start. So welcome to this course of creating engaging education content. for digital teachers. In this course, we are going to learn about video editing and publishing. So when I click on next slide, it is recording my presentation. And then why engaging content matters in teaching. And then I can go to the next slide, recording videos with mobile and something like that. For this, I want to end my presentation here. And then down up here, you'll see that it may have hidden itself at the top right-hand corner. So the controls might be hidden. So I click on the controls and then click on stop. Now from here, I can see now that my presentation, my recording comes inside the blank presentation that I created, and I can now have full control of my presentation. So from here, I'm going to select and then play back so you can be able to hear my presentation that I have just recorded within PowerPoint. And by the way, it records 1080, almost in HD, in HD, full HD. And then I can play back. Let me play back this. My sound in the morning. I'm going to change my audio here, and then I can play back so you can be able to hear. And then I start. So welcome to that is my presentation. Are you able to hear my presentation content? Okay. So if you're able to hear my presentation, I'll still go back and then change my audio. So this is my presentation that I have just presented. Now here, you find that PowerPoint still gives you controls for you to be able to make changes in this video. Now, this is a video inside PowerPoint. We have created a video. And then under video format, when you click on here, you'll find that there are other areas that you can use to make changes to your video. Like, for example, you come here and then you find the video style that you want. You can make a selection of how it's going to appear, and then maybe the shape. All these controls can be available depending on how your choice is going to be. And design of the reset design, and this is a poster frame. Now, what I'm going to do is I have already created my presentation, and I want to save it as a video so that I can bring it inside CapCut, and then I make a full lesson. And remember, from the beginning, I recorded myself introducing this topic, and then I did my presentation, and then I want to make a video out of it as one video. Then I'll click on File, click on Save, and then I want to save it. Let me browse and try saving it on my desktop. So on my desktop, I think I have to make a choice of where I should save it on the desktop. And then here, make sure that you save the type as video. And video format is going to be this MPEG-4, which is MP4 file format. So if you choose to save it as a PDF, that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for a video. I'll click on that and click on Save. Maybe I can name it. I can give it a name as first lesson and click on Save. Now I'll go in on my desktop to make sure that I have this video that I've called first lesson, which is just going to be here. It's not yet complete. Then I'll go into, so immediately it finishes, I'll go into CapCut, and this was my first one. Inside CapCut, we have this one. I want to import the other one also. So I'll still come back to import, and my video is on desktop, and scroll down and find it as first lesson. Click on this one and click open. Okay, the video is not yet completed being saved. So from here, I think as we wait for that video to complete being saved, I want to work on this video that I first imported, which was introducing me for that lesson. So when I come here, I can decide to make a choice of inside CapCut, I want to remove this part and then remain with another part of what I am looking for. So I'll click on this and make sure that I make the selection to exactly where I want it to be, and then come here and click on split. And when you split this video, the first part of the video is not what I am not interested in. So I'll right click on this video and click on delete. But then there is another option also. If I click on this video, that means I select the area where I want, And then there is another option which is also called delete. I can click on this one. There is another one also which is delete right. This one is delete left. This is delete right. This is delete left. So I'll click on that one. Maybe that one is not working. So I'll click on this one and then let me use this one. So the moment I click on that one, it removes the other part, the first beginning part. And then maybe I just want just 3 seconds when that gentleman leaves there. And then still I'll click on split. Now this time I want to remove the part that is on the right. I'll still right click and click on delete. Now here you can see I have my video that plays for about 7 seconds. Now let me again go back and then I see if my video that I recorded on PowerPoint is now finished. And I'll click on this one and import it. Now my video is finished. Now I click on this video and bring it on the timeline. Now you can see now I am building already my lesson. The first lesson is I have introduced my topic when I am speaking. And then the second one is I have recorded my class. I've recorded the screen when I was presenting for my class. So I want to play for you this one, and then you see how it's going to flow. Let me find the audio so that you can be able to hear it. Okay. Now from here, let me play it, and then you see. I'm going to speak about what science in action is. Today we are making a recording and we want to identify if it begins from there. So welcome to this course on creating engaging education content. Then my lesson, digital teachers. In this course, we are going to learn about video editing, and because it was a presentation, when I click on see that my screen, next slide, I was changing the slide. It is recording. So this is another way. Now imagine that this particular part of it, I just wanted to begin it from here. I will still come back here and click on split, and then this first one, I can right click and delete that area, and also have my presentation only end here and click on, I have to first of all click on split and then remove this part. So now this is my whole presentation. Now, if I am comfortable with what I have already designed, then I can go ahead and produce my video. But CapCut has got a lot of tools. If you come up here, you'll find that there are a lot of tools. For example, if I had to enhance audio, maybe there is some audio that I just want to add, maybe on top of this, I can go ahead and click on this audio and I can be able to drag it just down here. For example, maybe you want some audio, maybe to complement with what you are doing. And then there is this option where, for example, because now this is so long and I can barely see at the end, so what I can do is I can use this option here, and then instead of clicking on splitting, I'll just, at the end of it, or I'll just use this method. I'll use this one and then drag it until where it reaches to that point. So that means I already have my clip, and then I already have this one. There is that option where you can still silence this, or you can reduce the sound here. You can just click on this one and lower the sound. Then there is this option where you have this one. But for this purpose, I would want to remove this one. And then here, there is text. For example, I want to complement this text, and then I can just come here and drag this here, and then still come here and I zoom out so that I can have the ability to see what exactly I'm doing. Then you'll see that my text is just here. But now, what I want to do is I'll come here and change this text to introduction to lesson. Introduction to lesson. And I can still drag this to where I want it to be positioned. For example, then I can also, what I can also do is scroll down here and change the default color of this text, because it's not visible at this point. Maybe I can try to look at this blue color, and I can also change the font. Here, the font is system. Probably I want that font. But now you can see that this text overlaps the area that I want to do. But at the end of it, this text, there are these controls that I can just drag here and then position to where I want it, just here. But also, I might want to see that maybe this text runs, because now if I start playing from here, when it reaches here, the text goes away. Maybe I would want to increase and extend maybe this text until it reaches to that point. So the only thing, instead of creating another text, I'll just drag it so that it runs until the point where I want it to run. And because of the time that we might be having, I'm going to ask Peace, if she's already online, to come and demonstrate how you can still use CapCut on your phones. CapCut is so much popular and it has got rich tools on mobile. So if you're already on mobile, you're having CapCut, there are more tools than there are on the desktop. So she's going to demonstrate briefly, then we shall come back. Now what I'm going to do, before she comes, I want to export this video that I have just created here. So my video is about how many minutes? My video is 24 seconds. Maybe I can just narrow it up to here and just make it 18 seconds. I'm going to speak up there. I want to click on export. When I click on export, I'm using Pro features. I think the text that I've just added is a Pro feature. This one, the kind of text that I've added, I can change that. I'll come back here and the text, this one, and just make it system or this one. Let me just make it that one. And then click on export. And I can export it. I can direct where it should be exported to my desktop. And then click on, okay, the folder is desktop. And the name is classwork. And then I'll click on export. Okay. Remove this so we can be able to, here, I'll click on export. So I'm going to speak about what science in action is. Today we are making a recording and we want to identify if you are available, please, as our in this course we are going to learn about video come online and demonstrate how when I click on used on mobile. The next slide, it is recording.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. I want to appreciate you for that demonstration. Already I've seen gratitude coming from Comrade Primos. Okay. Colleagues, you can extend appreciation to our facilitator. More important is that this session is recorded. The video will be shared so that you can play back, go over, and become very much acquainted with the procedures or the steps. But privilege, good use of time, like he said, want to invite Comrade Peace also briefly to give us a quick highlight on how we can use the mobile CapCut to edit videos. Peace, if you can hear me, comrades, kindly unmute and talk to us.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me hope you can hear me. Thank you, Mr. Kruger, and thank you so much, Mr. Andrew, for the presentation. Yeah, Mr. Andrew has told me to demonstrate briefly about how to use the mobile version of CapCut. I'm trying to share my screen here. Members, I don't know whether you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see the phone, comrade.
Okay. Now, the CapCut for the phone, for you to be in position to use it, first and foremost, you have to go to your Play Store and install the app. For me, I already installed it. You can see, I already have it here on among my applications. So for me, I'm going to just open it. Okay, sorry, I have these adverts that are actually disturbing me. Let me try and leave the adverts. Okay, this is how it looks like when you open CapCut on the phone. And for me, I have so many other projects that I was working on before. That's why you see I have this. But if your CapCut is brand new, you're not going to have any projects in this area. So you just go ahead and click on plus. Sorry. You will go ahead and click on plus in order to create a new project. Now, when you click on plus, it will take you inside your files, inside your phone, very much similar to the one of the computer. And you'll be able to select the video that you actually want to work on. For example, I've selected that one. Now, if it's the one, I just click on add, and I'll be able to actually drop it in CapCut. And now I'm ready. I can actually now begin editing it. Now, if I want to add another video, here there is a plus. I'll click on this plus, and it will take me back inside the phone. I can now select also another video that actually I also want to add into CapCut. Now, so far I've added 2 videos in CapCut, and now I can try now to begin editing. The first video is like I was like talking, and the other video is like a recorded presentation. You realize that I've pasted in this recording, but it's a very long one. And what I'm going to do is to demonstrate how we can actually start up certain things. Okay, so now, here, if I want to like trim this video, I'll have to first of all play it as I observe to see which part did I record that was not necessary or that I want to trim off. Now, when I reach that point where I need to trim it, I just pause the video and I look at the tools down here and I look for the edits, which has the icon of a scissor. When I look for edit, when I click on edit, it will expose the splits. And when I use the split, actually, that point, the video will split at that particular point. Now I can play the video again so that I can identify where I want the split to end. Now, for example, if I want to end it there, I'll again pause and edit and split. So now you realize that now I've been able to split the entire part that I don't want to be part of my video. So now when I highlight it like I have done, I can actually delete it. Down here, when I click on edit, I'll be able to see the delete icon. And when I delete, actually that part of the video that I don't want will actually be deleted. That is how we can delete, or that is how we can cut a video. Number 2, for example, this is the presentation video. The presentation video that I recorded the screen. I recorded the screen using OBS, and then I imported it in CapCut in form of video. So it's also entirely a video that I can actually cut and edit and all that. I think I should not go much into that because Mr. Andrew has showed us most of those features. I just want us to see how we can add the captions in our video so that it's more, the audio is there, but now, like, for example, this video here, as I was recording it, there was some bit of noise outside there, and actually the words are not very clear. But when I put captions, it can be more visible, it can be more clear to the people who are actually watching this video. So the option for captions is still down here. When you scroll, you actually find the captions here. Now, when you click on captions and you're connected to the internet, it will bring these options whereby you can actually choose the type of captions that you want. For example, I can choose, make sure when you're choosing the inbuilt already made captions, don't choose the ones with that sign that is looking like a heart. Those ones are pro, and they will require you to pay in order to use them. Always look out for the ones without that pro sign. For example, this one. If I choose that and I say generate, CapCut will generate for me captions for the particular video that I'm editing automatically. Okay, it's reached 99. Yes, members, let me know if I'm still audible and if are following.
Yes, we can hear you.
We are learning.
CapCut is trying to generate for us the captions for the video. Okay. Yeah, this only works if you connect this software and work offline, but there are some features that cannot work unless you're actually having Wi-Fi or when you loaded data. For example, generating captions will require some data in order for it to do the job for you. Sorry, it takes some time. Okay, I wanted us to see actually how after it has generated the captions, how we can edit them so that they meet our taste and preference. And there are also instances where like the computer will not listen to the accent that maybe the person doing the video is using. So for it will actually write the captions, but some captions may not be accurate. So that's why you see after it has generated the caption now, like now, you can see actually putting the caption. But it's why that after it has generated the captions, you go ahead and edit. When you click in this, it will bring the edits. This edit captions here. When you click in it, it will actually bring all the captions in a way that you can actually read and edit them. In that way, you can actually read this as also follow the audio, and then you collect it. Very easy. In a way that you can just click in it and actually change whatever was not well written or whatever was misheard. You can correct it manually, and you have your captions coming up to be accurate. Apart from that, you can change the font size or the color or the fashion of the captions that actually it has generated for you. Still under this edit section here. Okay.
I think users can still explore more because the app is very rich of features.
Yes.
Okay, unless if there is anything else, we can proceed.
Okay, please. Thank you so much for listening.
Okay. Thank you, Peace, for the demonstration. So for us, we are not going to go back and look at the use of captions. I have already generated the video here. And now I want to click on share my screen. Okay. Now for us, what we have done now is we have already exported our video, and we can see after you have exported your video, I hope you can see my screen. And some people were saying my voice is a bit low, so I possibly increase my sound. So the video is saved to your desktop. Do you want to save it on TikTok or maybe save it on YouTube? Maybe if you want to save it on TikTok and you have an account, then you click on this. But for us, we want to see how we can be able to send this video on YouTube. And most times when you are going to be in the classroom, YouTube is going to be very relevant for us. Now, I want us to go to YouTube. I have a YouTube account. If you have YouTube and then you sign into youtube.com, you'll find something that usually that is just like this for you to be able to view the videos. Now, if you want to send videos to YouTube, now you become what YouTube calls creator. You create videos and send to YouTube so that other people can be able to see your video. Now, what we do is YouTube has something that they call YouTube Studio. So at the right-hand corner, you'll find your image at the right-hand corner. Click on that image, and if you don't have an account, you'll still see something like YouTube Studio. Now, when you click on YouTube Studio and don't have an account, YouTube is going to ask you to create an account. Creating an account is just very easy. Just only click on yes, and then YouTube will create for you an account. For this instance, I already have an account, and we already have our video that is already created. I think I can go to where I have saved it, which was classwork. Now from here, I can be able to play my video, and then you can see what my video was. I can change the sound, and then you can be able to see. So this was my video that I already created. Now I want to share this video on YouTube so that people on YouTube can be able to see what is going, or what I'm going to speak about. What now? I'll come to YouTube here, and because I clicked on this icon and then went to YouTube Studio, it takes you to something like this. Then at the right hand corner, you'll find something like upload videos. Click on upload videos, and then you can either drag your video here or select on your computer where the video is located. So I want to select where my video is located, and then I'll scroll down to where the video is, which was first lesson. It's a small video, so it's not going to take a lot of time to upload. And I'll click on upload, open. So the moment I click that, my video comes in here. And so it gives me, like, for example, in the lessons that we learned in the morning, it is important that you give your video a title. So I'll say my first lesson, and maybe give it a description, what the video is about, so that you guide your users. This was using CapCut and PowerPoint. Using CapCut and PowerPoint. And then down here, you'll find, like, for example, we spoke about playlists. If you have a video or you have several videos, you can organize them in form of playlists so that users can watch. Maybe, for example, these videos they follow each other, like 1 to 5. You can organize them in form of playlists. And then when you scroll down, you'll find tags. Tags is you help YouTube to identify this video with similar videos on the internet. So you can add those tags depending on what, like for example, here mine is this one, my first lesson, things like that. And that is all. And I'll just click on next. Click on next. And what I want is to publish this video so that you can still be able to see that video. There is something also that I have forgotten that we are going to briefly go and create. When I click on next, I want it to reach here at visibility. Okay, we still have more time for this video. Now, if you see this image, this video, which appears to be like this, there is something that I haven't done. So when I come back here at the details, and there is something called thumbnail. When you go on YouTube, like for example, where we are here, I want to show you exactly what thumbnails are. And these are the ones we call thumbnails. So when people create videos and put them on YouTube, they usually want to guide users what the video is all about. Now you find videos that are, like for example, this is weight loss, burn upper belly and lower belly in 2025. So you find that this image may not exactly what is going to be inside what people are watching. So you find images like for example, this one, MTN, how I made 10 viral clips in one video. So this is one person. So you put yourself, this is what we call a thumbnail. So creating thumbnail is an easy step. So now this takes us to another step. How do you create thumbnails? We're going to go to Canva briefly in the next few minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I'm going to show you how you can be able. So you go to canva.com. Maybe someone can share with you a link in the chat. And then when you sign up to Canva, Canva is very rich and you can always create these ones. It has got a free version. You don't have to be paying most of the times. It does not only create thumbnails, but you can use Canva for several things. Like for example, presentation or social media, or edit a video or create several things. Now what I want to show you in Canva is, can you create a presentation and then can you create a thumbnail? Before, let me show you for presentation now. For example, if I want to create a presentation, instead of going to PowerPoint and then I choose to go to Canva to create it, I'll come here and create presentation. So when I click on presentation, it will take me to this area. I want to show you how to create a presentation in Canva, then come back and show you how to create a thumbnail very briefly. There are several templates that Canva will give you here, and layouts and then styles. Now, for example, if I want to create a presentation, I can make a choice out of these several presentations which are here. You'll find that these are all pre-made presentations for you. Maybe, for example, this Larana daycare. If your school is a daycare, or maybe you want to write about daycare, there are these. Then there is, for example, innovations in medicine. So if I click on this, innovations in medicine, Canva tells me, do you want to use apply all 15 pages? Now, this is a template of the presentation that I plan to do. Now you find that if I am creating, it makes it very easy for me to just make adjustments with these ones, and then I add my own images, and then make my own presentation, remove the ones that have already been put here, and then put in my own. And then it becomes very easy for me to create a presentation in a very short period of time instead of creating from scratch. Now, I want to show you how we can be able to create a thumbnail. Up here, you can always type something that you are looking for. Maybe this time we are looking for a thumbnail. So you can say thumbnail for YouTube. Or usually sometimes it is only that I'd already clicked. So let me just go to thumbnail for YouTube. And then there are several of these ones that I can just also make a selection from. Now, for example, if I want to make this kind of selection, and I say customize this thumbnail to make it my very own. I do not have to go to Premiere Pro, to Photoshop to create a thumbnail that is complicated. I may not have the technique to do it in Photoshop. But Canva is a drag and drop. Now here, I just come here and then just remove this and then say my first lesson. My first lesson. If I don't have this, I don't want this image, I can import my own image. For example, if I look for my own image inside here, but maybe this might not be the case. If I find my first image here, maybe this one. Okay, and then I come here inside Canva. I think it is here. Okay, where is Canva? Okay, this is where my okay, I can just drag my image here and I can just have it here. So, starting to earn now, starting to learn now. Starting to learn. And now I already have my thumbnail already created for me. And then I can just come here, click on share and click on download. And I can be able to download this. Now you can do this for free. Canva, you don't have to pay for money. If you have money, then you can pay for it. But then several of those options are available for you to just download for free. Now I come back to my image. Sorry. I come back to where I was creating it from. So I come here and then upload the thumbnail that I have created in Canva. Click on this one and then import. And then import. And now here I have my thumbnail on my video, my first lesson. Then click on this. And then down here, the last thing that I wanted us to understand is before you publish your video, there are two things that you need to look at. The video might be private. So if you make a choice of private, so that means that video is going to be only playable to you. If you make it unlisted, you might want to create a video and you don't want other people outside your school to learn about it. So what really happens is if you make it unlisted, only the person who has a link is the one who is going to be able to play that video. Or if you make it public, then everyone else can be able to play that. So I'll click on this one and click on save. Now at this time, I can share the link of, I can share this link inside the chat. And now wherever you are, you can be in position to view my video. Let me share it in the chat. Okay. I think this is where the chat is. So this is the video that I have just created in this lesson. So anyone else somewhere can be able to view my video. So teachers can be in position to do this very quickly in the classroom, or take your time. And the more you do it, the more you get to have the ease of doing it. So consistency is going to help you to create a skill that probably was a bit challenging for you to be able to do it. So at this time, unless there are any other questions, we can address the questions and then we sum it up. So listen to this video and then give me a feedback if there is anything possibly that you have seen in that. Is that something you can do on your own? Let us know. Let's have a discussion at this time and let's answer the questions that might be out there.
That was very awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. Colleagues, you can also join me and extend love. Yes, please.
Banduga Yasin has raised the hand. Please, can you unmute and speak? Mr. Ugisha, can you make me Mr. Yasin to...
Yes, I've sent him a request. Kindly unmute.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, you're able to speak. Please speak.
Good evening. I am very happy for the presentation that you have done for now. Me, I don't have any question, but I've just followed you very closely. And I'm just very happy and hopeful that the best is going to be in me after the knowledge you have delivered today. Otherwise, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
That's very powerful. Thank you, Brother Yasin, for the gratitude. Imac Technologies, kindly please next time rename your devices with your correct name. Imac, kindly identify yourself and make your question precise.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
I am Kiza Clement. Though I am logging in with two different devices, I think you can find me there. There is where there is Clement. I use the laptop because of network sometimes. So I'm so sorry for that.
It's very fine.
First and foremost, I first thank you all for what you have taught us for real. It is a great job. Thank you so much. Now the question is, there is a webinar I was on, and we were told that we are supposed to record the videos using the phone vertically. But when you were teaching us, you told us that we have to record them horizontally. So I wanted some enlightenment about that.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. We spoke about that in the morning. It was the first thing. I think this was the screen. I think, is this horizontal or vertical? This is horizontal. In the morning, we spoke about that if you... Now, the differences is going to be this. Now, I usually use the narrative that if you're going to record for TikTok, you have to record horizontal. TikTok is not going to allow videos that are horizontal like this. You have to hold your phone vertically for TikTok. Now, usually in classroom work, we are not going to look at videos that are vertical. The videos that we're going to look at that I want you to record, that any other facilitator is going to ask you to record videos that are 16:9. This is horizontal. Now, if you record horizontally, this is the video that is going to play on a larger screen on the laptop. Now, if you record vertically, those are the videos you usually see that on the laptop, the video just plays in the middle of the screen. So in the morning, we spoke about it and we emphasized it. Horizontal videos are the ones that should record. That is 16:9.
Absolutely.
I hope that answers your question.
Very clearly. Let's bring in Kakuru as we wrap up. Kakuru, kindly unmute and also ask a question.
Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. I hope you are able to hear me very well.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I first of all want to appreciate for this, because there are some key parts where I was lacking, especially connecting the CapCut to YouTube, then to TikTok, then to Canva.
I'm so well much familiarized with the Canva because I've used the Canva, I think, for the last 2 years to do most of my projects, especially presentations, video editing, photos, and so on. But now I've learned something very, very new that I can now combine all the three to
Make
actually
one single
enhance more.
video.
To make one thing of video, because usually I've been doing it in Canva, but to do a bit
Challenge.
this style, yes, it was challenging because there were those break-offs which I didn't know how to actually join properly. But now I've seen with CapCut, I'm able to do that. Now, the other issue which you didn't clear off is about the background of the photo. Hello?
Okay. In Canva, let me first. You mean the photo that we used for?
Like if I want to remove the background of the photo, because for me I have been using this background remover, which is of course available online. Then I connect it to Canva. Then from Canva I put the background I want before now bringing
that is
it to
true.
the CapCut.
Now that is true. I think you can see my screen in Canva.
No.
Yes.
I need to share again.
Okay. I need to reshare. Okay. Now. Okay. Now, if I reshare this point, now this is I imported in my screen. I mean my picture inside Canva. Now, if you want to remove this background from Canva,
yes.
Now remember that now this picture has a white background. Now, if I click on background remover at the top here, you'll see something like background remover. The moment I click on that, Canva is going to remove my background. But there is a trick. There is a catch. You can only remove the background only if you are a pro user, if you have paid for Canva. Now, if you haven't paid for Canva, you can just go online. There are options like, for example, if you come here, let me share the whole screen. If you come here, if you have internet, you can just come on up and then say remove background in photo, remove background. So all these options that are available here, some of them are free. You can just click on one of them and then you can be able to do that for free online. But if you have Canva Pro, that's how you can only remove the background if you have Canva Pro. But if you don't have, it doesn't allow you. But for other things, you can be able to make a choice for the free ones.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are going to wrap up the session. It is already 3 minutes after 6. We'll utilize more 4 at most. There are 2 questions I would want you to talk about briefly, and then I invite Rogers to make conclusive remarks. Thereafter, he invites us, Madam Janet, as well. One of the question was regarding copyrights. Comrade Clement desires that we make a brief comment about copyright materials, using copyright materials in regard to this training. And then to win Crispus is like, how do we get money on YouTube? Briefly, if you can utilize the minutes, the better.
Okay. Now, the first things is when you want to upload any music, or maybe any content that you want to upload on the internet or on YouTube, make sure that you have permission to use it. Permission is you have explicit written permission for you to be able to use it. Now, if it comes to music, YouTube has got what they call audio studio. When I come here, I hope my screen is still shared. YouTube has got what they call audio studio. Audio studio. Now, audio studio, YouTube, is it called audio studio? YouTube audio library. It is called audio library for YouTube. So when you come here, if you're seeing my screen, you can see that if you click here, there is no copyright music, only on YouTube. If you are trying to use it somewhere else, it may not be, this is not the one. This is a YouTube audio, it is here, YouTube audio library. So when you click here, you find a lot of music that is available here. Any music that you use that is found in YouTube audio library is free music. You can use it on YouTube. I do not guarantee you that it's going to be free music, or you're not going to get a claim or a copyright claim when you use it on another. So this is the music that is available there on YouTube. All this music is available. So if you want to use any of this music, and make sure that you are getting it from YouTube audio library. Now, the other question about making money on YouTube, if you want to make money on YouTube, if you, like, for example, if you come on my channel here, I have a channel here on YouTube. It's taking longer. So if you want to make money on YouTube, YouTube has got some strict things that you have, first of all, to tick. Like, for example, you must have 1,000 subscribers, or you must have watch hours. People must be watching your videos. Now, for me, I have videos here that are not, this channel of mine is not monetized because I've not published a lot of videos to be able to get the watch hours, even when I have the subscribers. So you'll find that I have only one video here that I have 89 subscribers. I have a video here that doesn't. But then I have another channel which is monetized and is making money. So I can briefly show you that channel. I have two channels. This channel of mine is monetized, and also this channel of mine of 51,000 subscribers is monetized. So I can show you briefly what is inside there, so that maybe you can have a snap peek of how to make money. But when you upload videos on YouTube and people watch them, YouTube will pay you for the videos that you put there. So this channel of mine, I hit just 51 5, and this month it has made $89 only. And sometimes those days it used to make money, but I can show you some of my videos that I've made money. I have a video that has made some good money here. I can show you in the analytics. I hope it shows me that video. Yes, I have this video of how to remove inner thigh fat. So if I click on this video, it has given me 892,000 subscribers, viewers, and it gave me 12,000 subscribers, and it has made me $1,800. So if you're a creator and you're posting videos online and you're posting on topics that people really are interested in, YouTube will reward you by paying you back in form of money. So that's how you typically make money on YouTube. Create content that people love, and then when people watch the content, then YouTube pays you.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, that's very fascinating. Kudos and thank you very much, Comrade Andrew Keddy. Colleagues, you can now join me and extend appreciation to three facilitators of the day. That is Mr. Keddy, one of them. Then the other is Madame Katsimi, and then probably followed by Madame Peace. Thank you all for sharing with us, and thank you, Mr. George Emerald, for facilitating in the morning. Now, coming up tomorrow, we are doing online assessment. You don't want to miss this because we want to show you the various tools you can utilize for assessment, both online. Now, before we wrap it up, allow me invite Mr. Mukarere to offer a closing remark, and thereafter I'll ask him invite Madame Janet. And a colleague on call who want to do a closing prayer, I would ask you to put up your hand kindly so that immediately after that sequence, you will do the closing prayer. Immediately, Mr. Rogers, you're welcome. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, colleagues, for keeping time up to this time. I just wanted to give an update. Members, we are looking at project-based. So whatever we are showing you here, we need to see something as a project. If you don't have any project you've done, then you are not going to get qualified for a certificate at the end of the day. So today we have given an assignment on content creation. The assignment was telling us to record a 1-minute video explaining the benefits of digital pedagogy. You can record this using a phone, okay? And then after that, also make a PowerPoint presentation also about benefits of digital pedagogy. So the first visual can just be an introduction, the way Peace showed us, and then the PowerPoint presentation, and then combine the two videos using CapCut, the way we have looked at this. Trim, add any captions where needed, and upload your video to YouTube. Submit your link via Google Classroom. So to go to Google Classroom, you go to classwork, and then you will be able to see under assignment. So we have an assignment for day 1, assignment for day 2, assignment for day 3. Some people have not done any assignment. The first day we had 11 people. The second day we've had 9 people, and then the third day so far only 2. Now we might give, after the 5 days, we might give you another maybe 1 week to give you time to complete the assignments, self-paced, watch the video recordings. And then after that 1 week, then we shall be able to see how many people were able to do maybe everything before we introduce something else. So we didn't have video for today. When I go here, I can be able to actually see the video that have been working.
Sorry about that network glitch. So as we receive Mr. Mukalele, I want to invite Madam Janet in that full capacity. Madam Janet, you're welcome to make the remark.
Mr. Ogisha?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I got an interruption with the phone call, but I was just showing people and telling members to try to go to the Go Classroom and do some assignments. And take your time, do some assignment for today. We have looked at video, and then so that we should be able to. So tomorrow we are going to look at assessment. We are going back to assessment, and then we shall be able to proceed. So at this time, because of time, let me hand over to Madam Janet to close for us.
Oh, okay. Thank you, and terrific.
Apologies for overshoot. I hope you will get a thank you. Yeah.
It's you to start your video. Oh, by just that.
Yes, Madam Janet.
Is it?
Yeah, true. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Terrific. I think it was wonderful today. I tried to join in the morning. I tried to multitask. I actually joined, but I could not listen to anything because I had to also focus on my other meeting. But I just hearing, I think it's a little bit of a difficult topic. If you were to ask students, learners in your class, in this week or for these topics that we've gone through the week, which one has been, difficult, and not meaning that it's not possible, but I think personally as a student, I would need more time on this content creation. Very interesting topic. A lot goes on, a lot goes on behind these short, nice videos that we see. It's a lot of work, and even combining applications to get the best. So I hope that we have been able to learn something. Please, if you ask me right now what I learned, I don't know, but I know it was impressive. And I want to thank you facilitators for giving us quality, work. You're really giving us your best. We also need to do our part. So I'm requesting all fellow participants that when you get time, you squeeze time, create the time and do the assignments that are being given to you. I want to thank Mr. Mukalele for accepting for proposing that they would give us 1 week to complete the assignment. I was actually going to ask for it because some of us may only be able to do this over the weekend. Okay, so maybe 1 week to complete the assignment, then you see. But on a very serious note, if somebody does not finish their assignment, I don't know if you make a decision that, okay, maybe out of the 5 assignments, if somebody completes 3 out of 5, they get a certificate. But please don't let it be just for anybody. Attending is good, but I think being able to complete the task is what will help, to demonstrate both interest, but also that we have learned something. So please stick to your, instructions of certificate only for those who have finished the task. Not much to say. Thank you. Looking forward to tomorrow. Assessments, please let's turn up again and share the link with other teachers so that we can all learn together. And with these few words, I say have a good evening.
Absolutely. A great evening to our supervisor. Immediately allow us invite Comrade Yassin to offer a closing prayer. Yassin, kindly unmute. I've sent you a request to unmute.
Good evening, everybody. Let's humble ourselves for a moment of prayer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Almighty Allah, we have submitted ourselves to you. You are the provider of wisdom. You are the provider of knowledge. You are the provider of guidance for mankind. May you use this to provide guidance to our facilitators the way you have made them guide us in our learning today since morning. And I will pray that you also do the same up to tomorrow when we shall complete these sessions up to Friday. May you guide us continuously. Pray all this in your name.
Amen. Okay, colleagues, thank you for attending. Please wish you a very good evening. Let's catch up tomorrow for the morning session and the evening session, 10 to 11 and 5 to 6 respectively, for assessment tools, how we can use online tools for assessment. Have a great evening. Please let's continue doing the assessment, and once the video has been reshared, let us rewatch it, share with others so that they can still get this privilege, courtesy of UNICEF. Grateful to UNICEF and EduTech teachers. Thank you and have a good evening.
Good evening. Bye.
Bye.
Let's have a